You're probably coming to this video right now, annoyed and questioning yourself, why can't I have the girls that I want? I've been putting in the work. I've been chasing this job, chasing the career, chasing my purpose. I've been going out there and talking to these girls every night. And I find myself not capable of getting the quality of women that I want. And when I do get them, it's in and out, it's gone. How do I know this? Because I used to be in the same position. I was chasing after girls that I felt were out of my league, that I could never get, that I could never touch. And I had myself questioning, is this just not for me? Is it something about my looks? Is it something about the way that I'm presenting myself? And I realized it comes down to a few things. It comes down to the fact that I don't think I'm capable of getting them up here. And because of this, I ultimately self-sabotage. I sabotage all my results with these women. Now, over time, I fixed this. I changed this. Year after year, I got more attractive girls. Year after year, I got cooler girls. Year after year, I found girls that more click with me and that vibe with me, that I like as people. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can too. How you can get higher quality, cooler, and more attractive women. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Yo, bitch, I got some buzzes clawing on my fucking stomach. I'm from the shadows.
First things first, make a vision board. Now, oftentimes with success, you have to have a clear vision of where you want to go. And there's nothing more clear than in this industry right here, than getting good with girls. If you want to get higher quality girls, you want to get more girls, it helps to understand who you're going to be. Who's that next 2.0 version of yourself? And what's the world around him look like? And how does he interact with that world? Now, for you, you want to get hotter girls. So how are we going to do this? We're going to visualize. We're going to make you a vision board. Here is my vision board right here. Now, this vision board I look at every day and ask myself, who are these women? How do they act? How do they react around me? How do they just melt into my arms? How do they love me? How do they react to me? How do they look up to me? And how do they call me daddy? How am I the masculine entity in their lives? And how am I just at ease having them in my energy? A lot of you guys, when you guys look at these girls, you put them on the pedestal and put them above you in value. Like we say in this channel all the time, girls don't want a guy at or below them in value. They want a guy that's above them in value. And if you're putting them on this pedestal, subconsciously or consciously, you're fucking yourself over so utterly. Girls want a guy that can treat them a certain way, that can be the masculine, that they can hold on to like the rock. They don't want you to be the feminine. They don't want you supplicating to them. They want you being the strong entity in their lives. What do you have to do to become that guy? Who is that guy? How does he think and how does he interact with these women? How can you get more at ease with this? Visualize and imagine you already dating them. Imagine it's already the case that you're dating these girls. And what happens is, as you start running to these girls, as you see them out and about, they become less and less impressive. They become less and less all that. And as you talk to them, as you give them eye contact, as you interact with them, guess what? It's like you're almost talking to a child. It's not any which way that you're coming to it as these glorious entities. To be fair, these women didn't earn anything that they got. Their looks, they may have learned how to put on their makeup better. Maybe they eat a clean diet. But I promise you this, you, the viewer watching this video, you put in so much more work into yourself than these girls. And you need to realize that. And this vision board helps out so much with that. Number 2, approach them. If you see a cute girl, don't make excuses. Don't go to the club and see the average girl with a cute girl and say, that's the girl that I'm gonna go for. If you're with a cute girl and you see a more attractive girl, make the decision that tonight, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna take this girl home. Instead, I'm gonna use this girl as a pivot. I'm gonna go after the one I really want. That's the girl I want. And now before somebody comes into the comments and goes, well, now you're just being this way or that, or before somebody comes in the comments and says to me that I am being chauvinistic, that I am being user or whatever, girls do the same thing. I've seen girls so many times over in the clubs leave a guy because another guy's cooler. I've had girls try to leave me to go talk to my friends mid-conversation. And I'll say this, every girl does this. Almost every girl is willing to do this. If the girl doesn't know you, she's willing to leave and go talk to another girl. You shouldn't be embarrassed to go do it yourself. Girls play by these rules and you shouldn't be afraid to play by them either. You're not dating her. You're not in a relationship. You're not in a committed thing with her just because you talk for 5 minutes. You can walk away at any second and go talk to another girl. And they will make excuses for not approaching the cutest girl in the club. To be fair, most guys do this because they're trying to mitigate for the risk for the rejection itself, which to be fair, everybody's culprit of. I'm a culprit of this. Barring very few, those hammer type individuals, those guys that do not have any problems with approaching, everybody has an issue with approaching the most beautiful girls in a club. This is something you have to be very self-aware of. Know which girls you're approaching. Is there anytime you go to the club and you see a pretty girl that you think beyond you and you won't even say hi to? Guess what? If you're not dating those girls, if you're not dating those amazingly attractive girls, it might be because they don't know you exist. So on occasion, I will do certain exercises. First thing when I go out is I get myself warmed up. I'm allowed a certain amount of approaches. And once I get myself into a warmed up headspace, then I start working on something to to mold my personality, my charisma, my game. So for you, the individual, if this is an issue with you, go out with the intent of approaching all the hottest girls. If you see a cute girl, it doesn't matter if it's terrifying, it doesn't matter if it's this or that. Lower the bar of entry until you can do it. So if you can't go say, hi, you're sexy, what's your name? Then say, hey, I like your face, have a good day. Hey, like your shirt. Hey, this. Hey, do you know where the bathroom is? Just whatever you have to do to get yourself over that hill to say hi to that beautiful girl, do it. Because this is going to be imperative for you to get those higher quality women. Number 3, chase your purpose. It's so much easier to think you're worthy of these beautiful, gorgeous dime piece women when you're chasing a purpose, when you are doing something that others are unwilling to do. It's very terrifying. And whenever you can do something like this, it molds you differently. It gives you a different level of confidence, and it gives you something to hang your beliefs that you're deserving of this girl on. A lot of you guys are having an issue with believing you're worthy of these amazing girls because you haven't accomplished anything yet, or you're not doing anything scary, or you're doing what's safe, or you're hiding within your little box. And it's really hard to convince yourself, to convince your subconscious mind that you're worthy of the best of women when your life is not reflecting that. So you need to get yourself on that level. You need to start chasing stuff that's scary. Let's say hypothetically, you knew on a deep level you were going to die one day. Let's say hypothetically, would you be doing what you're doing right now? Or would you be doing something way more fantastic with this life? You need to be chasing something that drives you forward, something that inspires you, something that keeps you alive behind the eyes. I've seen so many people where they hit 40, 50, 60, 70, and you can see it behind their eyes where they start slowly losing it, where they don't have that intelligence they used to. And it's because they stopped working at this right here. They stopped working with their mind. They took the easy route. They kept taking it easy, the easiest route. And they fell into complacency. They fell into a lane where if they were only to chase that which scared them the most, they would have molded themselves into something beautiful. And instead, they become this cow person, this person that's dead behind the eyes, that has no intelligence, somebody that is just pudding. And you can probably see this in maybe your grandparents, if you hang out with them for a period of time, maybe a week or two, and you're giving them conversation every day, you can see it behind their eyes where they start slowly building back what they used to have. And you see slowly the life behind their eyes start to come back. In the same way, you don't want to be that person where you need your grandson to come back to you to give you that intelligence. You need to do it for yourself. Inspire yourself every day. Change places, change friends, change environments. Now, the reason I say this is because you have a way of anchoring your habits to a place. If you're around the same people every day and you never change it up, guess what? Do you know how hard it is to evolve and do change? I love the fuck out of my friends, and I'm still friends with all of them. Sometimes, though, we take breaks. Sometimes we have to take years apart. Sometimes we take months apart. And what this does is it allows you to move into a new you. Maybe right now you're ready to burst out this cocoon, but your friends are holding you back. Maybe they feel uncomfortable with the new version of you. Because humans as a whole, this isn't even against them. We all are like this, where unless you develop a winner mentality, a mentality of what one person can do, another person can do, where you are not truly 100% loving with your friends, which it's a muscle, then it's hard for you to really want what's best for them. It's hard not to get jealous. And when you start leveling up, when you start acting a different way, it scares people. When you start acting more like a leader, more like a man, more masculine, it scares people. It'll scare your boss, it'll scare your friends, it'll scare the girl you're dating. She doesn't necessarily want you like that. It means that you're going to have more girls after you, and now you're out of her league. Are you going to leave her now? Oh, your friends, you're way cooler than friends. Now your friend who's usually the leader is no longer the leader. Is he going to be comfortable with that? You go to your boss and your boss says something stupid, or he's being a jerk and you call him out for being a jerk. Do you think he's going to like that? Not unless you built up the habits beforehand, usually. So change places, move to a new city. A lot of you guys live in small towns. I can't believe you fucking guys live in small towns. You guys, for the amount of years that I told you guys to move out of small towns, it's ridiculous. The amount of people and dating coaches who've universally said the same advice. What do I do in a small city? Move. Move for the love of God. Please move. If you're in your small city, move. You're being a dumbass. Like, I love you. And that's why I'm saying this, because I'm trying to get you to break out of this stupid shell. Move the hell out of your city. It will do nothing but good for you. For the first few months, it might suck. For the first year, it might suck. For me, when I moved to Vegas, the first year plus sucked. It was painful. But if I didn't make that move, I don't know if I'd be here right now. Develop skills for confidence. So you guys right now are developing a skill. You're developing your charisma. Sweet. Well, what if we were also to start developing other skills, such as maybe learning how to box, learning how to do MMA, learning how to sing, to dance, learning to make money, to save, learning to meditate, to take cold showers, to maybe even being able to rap. Whatever you think you can take on that will make you feel more confident, 110% do it. If this is going to make you feel that much more confident, 110% do it. Me and my friends, we work out all the time. I hit a bag. I am practicing my singing, I'm practicing my dancing all the time, which I still suck at. So if you guys get a boot camp with me and we start dancing, do not be surprised when I'm doing like one of these. Now, as I promised, this one is the most important. Loving, tension, and being masculine. This, out of everything, out of all the things I just told you, is the key to getting more attractive women. When you talk to a cute girl and you supplicate to her, guess what? You're less likely to be able to hold tension with her. What I mean by tension, I mean the pauses. I mean the daring her to reject you, like we talked about in the last video, which I'll probably post just so for you guys, I'll post it right here, right now. You guys need to be fully and 110% capable of being able to embody this I don't give a fuck mentality. I like adding tension. I like being a little bit frisky with you. I like being slightly dickish. I like calling you stupid when you are being stupid. I like when you ask me a question, I just give you a look and a facial feature and a facial expression, and that's it. I like giving you one word responses. I like giving you a cocky stare. Being grounded. When you push on me, guess what? I don't budge. I don't move. I don't shake. I don't shiver. I stay here and I stay grounded. There's nothing you can do to move me. That's the energy I'm talking about. Allowing for silences. Allow for eye contact. Eye contact is that thing that just torques up that tension. That just, If I punch in interaction, if I punch through the wall, guess what? The girl is tenfold more likely to like me, especially when she's extremely attractive. The more you are good with the tension, the masculinity, the hotter and hotter girls will love you. To be fair, the other girls will like you too, but the hotter and hotter they get, the more they like this. The more they want. If you haven't noticed, what does every girl that's attractive date? Unless she's settling for some loser because the guy that she really wanted, she couldn't get, guess what? She goes for the masculine, grounded guys, the guys that are men, the guys that will go charging into war with a battle axe, the guys that will lead armies. Are you that guy? Are you that guy that is comfortable with tension? Are you okay with people not liking you? It's okay to not have people like you. Not everybody's supposed to, and if everybody does like you, guess what? It's gonna be a lukewarm version of like. You want people to either love you or hate you. That's what I'm getting at, because you're so blaringly authentic, because you're so blaringly yourself, and you're so blaringly on your purpose and path, and you know through just sheer force of will that you're right. Just because you put in so much fucking work, because you put in so much effort, because you are that guy. If you guys are here right now, and you guys are that person that constantly goes back and forth in your head, am I right in a certain situation? You were probably right. You're a lot more likely to be right than a guy who's certain, to be fair. A guy who's absolutely fucking certain usually is just a dumbass. If you haven't really studied something, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And if you're somebody that's constantly waving and thinking about all the variables, is like, am I right, am I wrong? Guess what? Your version of reality is probably a lot closer than other people's. Be a lot more confident in yourself. You guys need to start doing this. Be certain. Every so often, somebody asks you, what's the answer to this question? You'd be like, it's 110% this. It's 110% this. That's masculinity. I know the answer and it's this. That's what I'm talking about. Tension, masculinity. This eats girls alive. They love this shit. Now, with that being said, peace.
Yo, bitch, I got some buzzers clawing.